here are some of my favourite redstone builds from my hardcore world. At one point I made a slow and inefficient gas farm, so this new one is way better. I actually already have a ghast farm. It's this very nice big farm right here. And I'm going to go and head on through, because this is where the ghasts will teleport. And I believe the ghast tiers go into one of these. As you can see, we've not got much there. It's slow. That's all I can say. It's slow. So the plan is to first break this portal, and then I'm going to build up way higher into the sky. Look at that. I can build the scaffolding as I'm climbing. And now that I'm up here, I can begin building a portal. Now my portal can be created. These walls will hold in the ghast, and the composters are very important to make sure it doesn't escape. And now for a bit of fancy redstone like so. This is what's going to turn the portal on and off, which is going to teleport the ghast back through, and will allow me to use the looting on this farm, and that is what will quadruple the speed of the farm. Now I shall create a hopper clock, and that is portal number 1 complete. And then above it, I'm pretty much building the same thing as what I did down there, except I should probably have that composter to be 1 higher. There we go. That's much better. Then I can add the portal walls, and the mission has been accomplished, but I'm missing a very important item, and you guys you just missed me. A bunch of iron is required, and also a load of flint, although we haven't really got much flint. However, if I grab some gravel, I can then break the flint using Fortune 3 and guarantee myself to get one every single time. I know it'll be fast with a shovel, but I haven't got a Fortune 3 one of them. And now with mission accomplished, I can craft a bunch of flint and steels and fill up this chest. There we go. These need torches on the end so that the hopper clock is going to actually work, but I'm also going to need to actually put items into the hopper clock. And look at that. One of the portals has been lit as well. And any moment now, there we go, look at that, swaps perfectly. I think my work here is done. Right here is the very middle of this part of the farm. I'm going to grab a bunch of scaffolding again and stack it up right here. Although having said that, there is already a platform up here anyway. Although it's a little bit higher up than I need for the portal to work. So you know what, let's just go back to the scaffolding idea. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Why did you guys not teleport? Is it... oh my god, it's carnage here, guys. We've got gas everywhere. You guys get out of here. Come on, you're meant to be able to teleport. I think they're coming through and then they're coming back through. It's carnage, guys. It's absolutely carnage that I'm getting out of there. I probably should have built that top portal before building the overworld ones. Now, I've made it to the height I want to be. I'm going to have the portal right here. This platform is kind of in the way now. Now to build a bit of a collection system, which will make use of these hopper minecarts. And now I've built this little area that will trap the ghasts when they come through. They'll get stuck thanks to the composters. I'm going to light the portal, and in theory, if it's correct, if it's working, ghasts should already start to come through. I don't know if it will though, because I think there might be an overload of gas. Maybe I need to fly up first just to unload those ones. And now we wait. Okay, something's happening because gas is spawning and things are coming through. But the gas aren't getting teleported back. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? This is a disaster. I'm pretty sure I've now got the farm working again. So I'm hopeful that this time we can wait and everything should work. There we go. Wait, a ghast has come through. So I stand here and I take out the ghasts. And these chests nicely fill up with loot. I'm very pleased with how well this farm is working, which means I can grab obsidian and also a load of stone bricks. And now I can expand this farm to add even more portals. This layer has been completed. Now that I have obsidian farm, I can just make so many of these. I might try and go as high as I can. Look at that, there's a lot of gas there as well. But yeah, I think I'll go as high as I can go without messing up all of the portal connections. And I've now successfully added many more layers. I just need to spawn-proof these portals, then light these final ones, and the farm should run so much faster. It's absolutely massive. There's already a bunch of ghasts up here, which I can easily take out in one fell swoop, and more keep coming through very quickly. This is definitely the new fastest way to get plenty of ghast tiers. The looting effect really makes this so much more profitable. In my video of 3,600 days, I built a huge blaze farm. And then instead of having to manually throw all the waste away, I built a massive bin and a sorting system so that I have all those blaze rods and none of the rubbish. I've now broken enough bedrock to be able to break the final piece that will allow all items to come on through. There we go. I think I might add a little bit of glass around here as well. And when an item falls through, it's going to come all the way and it should land bang on. The only issue is that yes, at the moment there's gold coming through because the piglin farm is activated, but if it normally it won't be activated, so I'll need an observer probably just above. Yeah, I reckon if I do something like this and have an observer right there, then it should all work perfectly. Just to make it extra safe, there's one more item that I want to get, and that is a couple of cobwebs. Now right here there's going to be a cobweb just to slow things down, and there'll be the same thing at the top, but I've got to build it first. So the observer's here, it's got a string next to it so it will detect more items, and then we're going to have a couple of repeaters. I think this is quite nifty redstone really. We're going to just go like that. that like that, so when it detects, it should extend the piston below me. Spawn proof the quartz with some glass on top. If all's gone to plan, I can go like this. And look at that. There we go. They're getting pushed out. And so next, the blue ice pathway is needed. There needs to be some ender chests right here to align the items. And an observer with string like this. And so now when an item goes through, it gets pushed out. And I'm hoping the items will be able to reach all this way. So this chute goes up all the way and it's going to connect. I'm not going to have it go all the way down. I'm going to, you know, have a gap so it'll just come loose. But I think I am going to have a cobweb going down as well. It should just help with items not flying off the way they're not supposed to. And now the big question is, will it reach? With a single piece of string through the machine. Come on, please, just get all the way. No, it's not. This would be so much easier if I had access to water. But not to worry, I can still make it work. And that should all connect up nicely. I just need to spawn proof it with glass above as well. And there we go. The only thing I really want is maybe a little bit of glowstone. And to also break the last of this blue ice. But the bit that will send the gold down should be working perfectly. And all the useless items like swords and stuff will just be getting burnt. So I'm going to go on a quick mission to try and track down glowstone. And the mission didn't take long. There is some in the roof. I don't need that many pieces, but I'm just going to get as many as I can. There we go. I have got loads, 41. Now to use them to spawn proof it. It just makes it so the obsidian's lit up so nothing can spawn on there. Same thing for this one. If I actually go like this, I can test it out. Is that glass? Is that, I don't know. I hear things going on, but I don't know. I guess it went through. I just do another test with a bit of redstone. See what happens. And it has managed to get stuck on top of here. So all that needs to be done for that is I need to just open it up and I think go like that. Let's also put the glowstone right there. Yeah, I think that I should still be spawn proof. That's probably where the issue was, but that is still spawn proof. To make extra certain, I'll put some glowstone there. This bit of glowstone, it's probably not in as good a position as that one. And that should do it. If I go ahead and put, I don't know what to do. Whatever I put in is going to burn. So you know what? I've got loads of string. Let's put all that in. It is going down. Now let's see, is it going to fall through? I've got a bit of time actually, because it's going to be going through the cobwebs first. So I'm going to have to just kind of keep an eye out here and watch the items come into this cobweb. And there we go. We've got some string that is falling through. Is that all of the string? It could be, I don't know. But that is, yeah, going to slowly come down and then land in the system. And it should, yeah, it's going along and it will get burnt. See you later, string. But the main thing is, it's working as intended. And so now I'm going to build the part that will collect up the blaze rods. I'm going to have 4 hoppers worth, which is going to be more than enough. Those comparators will go into the redstone. And then repeaters will take this signal, send it into these blocks, which will have torches on the side. These hoppers are all going to face downwards, with hoppers going into the sides of those. And for easier access, I think at this point, it just makes sense for me to put the blaze rod chests all the way down at bedrock. But from here there can be something like this, and that should be a fully working storage. Let's go ahead and just put all the missing hoppers. Am I going to have enough hoppers? Oh, the perfect amount. These will soon be full of blaze rods, which is pretty much the whole reason I built the fortress farm, but because it gets gold, I might as well make use of the gold. But let's take all those out. I have got myself plenty of blaze rods that can then go into these filters. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. They're all filled up. No, we don't want you filling up. You're not welcome. But yeah, once these fill up and get to about 40, then they'll start letting items pass through. So let me just take out a bunch of you guys. Looks like the system down here is having no problems with keeping up. It's all, look at that. It just looks beautiful to watch it all go along ice and see it going through the system. Now then, if everything has gone to plan, there should be, yeah, look at that. Blaze rods are filling up this chest. When you spend thousands of hours in hardcore Minecraft, mining just gets a bit old. So I built a very cool copper farm that uses snow golems and means I don't go and have to look for copper myself. Now we're going to go up into the sky and begin building this. And then I'm going to grab all these items and start off with the sorting system. That's going to be made up of chests and hoppers like this. And this right here will pick up all of the copper. Now to make a little U shape around this with glowstone here. And to be honest, I actually need a little bit more scaffolding. So I'll very quickly swim back home and grab some more. And next I'll add some blocks in this kind of shape so it looks like that. And then I'll add some redstone, which will turn this into an auto storage system to sort the different items. Since the only items we want going into the chests are the copper. Looks like it's just started snowing, which is kind of a bit annoying, but I can go to sleep. And doing that has stopped the snow. Now let's set up the hopper filters. Also, the noise this dropper is doing my head in, so I'm just going to mine it up for a little bit. Now to add some trapdoors, some gates, and finally a cobweb. We have to put this back now, and then I'm going to have water here. If I just turn the block sounds off, then it's much quieter now. Now we're going to make a bit of a place for lava, so we're going to have a gate there, a gate there, a gate here, finally one there. And because they're warped fence gates, they won't burn. But if I accidentally walk into it, I will burn. Now to add more hoppers and some magma blocks and some hopper minecart storage. And then I'll use a piston to push these blocks into the hopper minecarts. Now for some walls, more blocks and trapdoors. And now to build the branches that are going to push the drowns along, which has cobwebs to slow them down. Next to add a bunch of fence gates and open them all up. Finally, I need a roof and a load of trapdoors. Now once there's the water, that's what will turn them into drowned. Next I built a big long platform which has chains along here like this. And now to add the walls. And now finally the roof to spawn proof it. And now this side of the farm is done, so I need to add some snow golems. And also place these blocks back. I'm not sure what happened there. These golems are going to be trapped by trapdoors. Maybe that's the reason that they actually call them trapdoors. And these bits are all going to be split up into sections. Now let's mine up all of the dirt and do the exact same thing on the other side. And with that, the first half of the farm is done. And now to repeat the exact same thing on the other side. And now both sides are complete. And so the final thing I must do is add the snow golems. It's going to be 3 in each slot. And I've come to realise that this bit is going to be a little bit more annoying than I first thought. As you can see, there's going to be a lot of golem casualties and they're just going to turn up anywhere. And once they're all safely in, they're going to have slabs placed on top of them. Just to make sure that they definitely don't escape. That's 2 of the sides done, with 2 still to go. And whilst it's still dark, I do need to try and trap some mobs in this farm. And so to do that, I'm first going to turn off this mob switch like that. Then I'm going to lower my render distance and simulation distance. And yeah, I left it a little bit too late tonight, so I'll just get back to adding snow golems. Although due to all the casualties, I've still got one more thing to fill up, and I need more snow and more pumpkins. Hang on a minute, well, I nearly didn't survive, but these guys have all somehow survived that massive drop. How does that work? I've no idea, but I'll leave them to roam freely down there. And in the meantime, this farm is jammed up because there's a piece of redstone missing here, so... Okay, maybe it's worse than that. Although I do seem to have fixed it now, which is good. I don't know why would a snow golems wandered down here. You know what? You can just stay here. Although it did work to my advantage because I could pick up loads of pumpkins, which is the main thing that I need. The other thing I need is more snow, which I can get loads of from here. And so now it is time to get back to work. There we go. They're all in, so I'm glad that's over. And we've got mobs spawning on my platform. I think everything's ready. I'll just send him in there. And now these snow golems are going to be throwing snowballs, which will then utilize the reinforcement mechanics. And so that this platform over here doesn't become a problem in the future, I'm going to make sure that it is well lit up. These snowball throws are pretty noisy, but now when I take out the drowns, all the junk is going to get disposed of into the lava, and any copper that I will get will end up in here. And we've got 1 day left, so I'm going to see just how much copper I can get from this short period of time. And I've even already got 20 to begin with, so that's really good. And hopefully a lot more after this. And the sun has now set, and I've got over a stack of copper, which isn't bad for only like 10 minutes. And only 1/2 of the farm is properly working as well, which will probably be fixed next time I start it. So whilst it is kind of quicker to mine the copper from caves, it's also very handy to have an AFK-able way to do it as well. You guys probably know, me and Shulkers, we don't go together. Things always seem to go wrong. So building this Shulker farm was a bit of a nightmare, but once I got it right, oh, it was so worth it. First, I need to place powered rails all the way along this with normal rails at the corners. Right here, we're going to have an activator rail, and on the edge of this, we're going to place ourselves a soul sand with a lever on top. We can start that and that can activate all of that. And in this gap right here, we're going to have an activator rail with a lever flicked on as well. And right here is going to be the place that picks up all the shulker shells. So we've got a hopper just like that. And then we're going to place slabs like that, one on top and a water right, oh, not right there, a water right there. And the shulker is going to get damaged by the water and we're going to get the shulker shell. And now I'm going to add power to all of these powered rails by adding levers part way along. And now that that's done, I need to build a big platform of slabs. And now this platform's complete. I need to grab these walls and add these all the way along here. There we go. And then we're going to come up one, we're going to go like this, and we're going to create a nice border of walls all the way around the edge. And next I'm going to add some pillars that are 13 blocks tall. And now I need to create the pattern of how I'm going to build all of these pillars. And there we go. The pattern is complete. And I'm also going to have to place stairs on the corners, and that's because the shulker can then teleport onto the side of the stairs, but not on these sides, only that side. This is starting to get a little bit complicated, so I'll just shut up and place them all down. And right here is the place that the shulker is going to go. Next we're going to add in the observers on that piece of string, and the rest of these observers are kind of going to be underneath like this. And I have now added in the bits for all the dispensers. It's probably the most complicated part. I'm banging my head on something. Let's just move to there. There we go. And I kind of need to spawn proof some stuff so we can kind of add glass around. And there needs to be a button right here. Thankfully I can easily do that. We can put glass like that. And yeah, this is kind of where the shulker is going to be trapped inside. And now begins the very fun task of bringing all these pillars up to be the correct height. And now every single pillar is complete, but I also need to do these staircase pillars. And there we go. I put buttons on top of all these pillars, and now I'm going to put trapdoors on each one. These buttons buttons are just temporary. They're going to get washed away once I add the water. I'm pretty sure that's all of them. And so now all the trapdoors are going to get surrounded by walls. We're also getting to a sad situation where I am pretty much out of food. I'm going to have to sort that out shortly. I think I've placed every single wall that needs to be. I'm going to build a little infinite water source right here and start placing water above every trapdoor. And there we go. Every single piece of water is down. Thankfully, because they're waterlogged, they're not freezing over. And now we need to place these above each one. Now I need to add slabs and add all the redstone. And now all the slabs are placed, I'm going to cover everything in redstone. And I have just had a disaster. I have completely run out of redstone. Looks like it's time to head back to the caves. And wow, what a cave this is. Found redstone very, very quickly. Whilst hunting for redstone, I've managed to find diamonds. We don't need them. Aha, redstone, much more important. And now that I've got a stack, I'm pretty confident that should be enough. And look at that. One piece of redstone to spare. Although I do need this last piece as well, because we're going to place some redstone there. And then on top of that, a soul sand, and then if I can get up there, a lever on top of that, and when we flick it, it should activate all of them. There might be some that it doesn't reach, and I need to adjust it. Yeah, so over here, I'm going to swap that out and instead place the redstone here. Same thing on this side. Same problem on this side, but what we can do is instead change this to be a block. And now it should reach. I'm going to stick a button on there so that a shulker can't teleport up. And if it's gone to plan, everything in here should be flooded. Now there is a few exposed sides, so I'm going to fill these up with either buttons or walls, so we can kind of do something like that so that a shulker can't teleport onto here either. Perfect. Now these are all spawn proofed. I also need a couple of buttons right here. And I'm going to put a minecart right here so that that is going all the way around, no problem. Next I need a pumpkin. Very convenient that I've got all of these. Let's carve it so it's got a face on it. And I also need some blocks of snow, but my netherite shovel is silk touch, so I can't get snowballs with that one. With these we can turn them into snow blocks and begin the final part of the contraption, and that involves adding a few more slabs. And unfortunately I'm going to need a little bit more redstone, so back to caving. There's some right here that should be enough, and now I can do what I need to do. Right here is where the other shulker is going to be, so we're going to break that. Yeah, it's going to be put into here. I feel like this bit is starting to get a bit more complicated, but I think it's coming together. And this was all to create a bubble column that will then push it along here. I'm very close to being finished now. I'm just going to place that lever right there. We're going to have this right here, so this is basically the on-off switch like that. There's going to be a wooden pressure plate right there, some lava here, and now all that's left to do is add in the shulkers. And apparently for this I'm going to need two, so I'm going to have to go and get a second shulker from the end. I just feel like it's too risky to try and duplicate the one I've already got. I successfully brought back another shulker from the end, and I built this massive minecart track, transported the first one up there, so he is now in the machine. This one just has to go in, and there we go. He's now okay, well, I'm floating up with him now. I was about to say he's floating up. Let's see if I can get up here before he teleports. There we go. Okay, so you can see right now he's like been taken out of the minecart because he's landed on an activator rail, and he's looking for a place to teleport to because he cannot stay on that minecart. Eventually, he'll find that spot and go in there, but it can take a moment. There we go. He went in. Perfect. And so now all this minecart track can be removed. And I only have one step left to fully finish this shulker farm. There we go. That track is now fully removed. I hope I never have to deal with a shulker ever again in my life. For this last part, we need a wall right here. I'm going to place a temporary block there with a chest. Let's get rid of this. Then I'm going to add some blocks in a bit of an L shape like this. And this bit could definitely go wrong, but we'll see what happens. We're going to place some rails like that, and then we're going to place some blocks here. We're going to spawn in our snow golem. Okay, I now need to get a minecart. I need to place it there before he wanders off. There we go, he's in it. And I'm going to come around, push him back along, place a wall there, get rid of that wall. No. Are you kidding me? Well, it wouldn't be an SP video without some setbacks. Now, the only way I see out of this next bit is if I get rid of... Yeah, that snow golem, his days are numbered, but I've just got to... Okay, wait for that guy now to teleport. The snow golem is attacking the shulker. The shulker will have to teleport eventually. Turns out the water washed away a button, so the shulker just went right there. If I place a block right here, it's going to make him teleport. Now, hopefully... Yeah, he's teleported in there. Perfect. Put that button there. And now for take two with the snow golem. So he's pushed up against the chest and against the wall. And now when I break this, the shulker should go down. Not the shulker, the snow golem. And because this piston is extended, the farm is currently switched off. But if I unflood everything, okay, that should pick up all the water. Yep, indeed it has. And then if I flick this lever, everything should work. The shulker should try and shoot the snow golem. And when it does, hopefully it works. So it's done its shot. Okay, the snow golem's gone in the air. All the water has activated. I mean, in theory, we should have a shulker somewhere at the bottom. We do, look at that. Okay, I don't know if I have a minecart though. Oh my goodness, there's shulkers everywhere. Let's grab a minecart, put it right there so it's going round. Now it has picked up one shulker. It's not going to be able to pick up the other shulker. So it drops down. Perfect. Whoa. Oh no. Seems like there was a slight misalignment. Let me just change that to there, move that like that. Okay, it should now work. I'm just going to let you live down here permanently, I think. Yeah, why not? Now then, this shulker has been picked up. That's very good. He's dropped down there, and he's going round. Perfect. And look at that. He just got taken out. If he dropped a shulker shell, it would have gone in the chest, but he didn't drop one. I'm going to try and show you how this farm works. As you can see, right there's a piece of string. Now, when the other shulker gets upset, this shulker opens up, shoots itself, and it duplicates into another shulker. The water washes that straight down. We didn't quite see that, but you can see there's now a shulker underneath here. The minecart picks him up and then drops down there, and because of the activator rail, it gets the shulker out of the thing, and then the shulker will get taken out by the water. And if I look in the chest, look at that, we got one shulker shell. And now to reorganize all my items. Forgot to mention that after I got the shulker, I also spent some time at my gold farm getting loads more blocks of gold, so I can get more golden carrots. As you can see, we're not in short supply of the carrots. And this is the point where my inventory starts to get clogged up and filled with nuggets, but we can then turn them back into golden carrots. And there we go. That should be more than enough for now. Now that that's all done, I want to see how many shulker shells I've got. And look at that. We've already got a shulker waiting for us. He's just been taken out. And we've got 4 shulker shells already, which is pretty good because the shulkers don't drop the shells very often, which is why it's a little bit slower. But it'll be running in the background all the time, so we're going to eventually have loads and loads, more than we're ever going to need. Once again, I'd like to thank Works for the tutorial. I've linked his video down in the description. This next farm is actually one of my most recent ones, and I really, really like it. So you're wondering, what is it? Well, originally there wasn't mushroom when I built it. It's starting to grow me as this farm. I guess I'm a fungi. You know what? Enough of the jokes. Yes, this is my mushroom farm. Dispensers dotted around are going to be very important. Then the dispensers will be hooked to observers, so I can turn them on and off. This basically means I don't have to bone meal each individual one. It'll bone meal and grow them for me when I need to. Foolproof plan, I tell you. It's a foolproof plan. It's a bigger job than I thought, hooking all the redstone up. So I'll put an observer next to every single dispenser. Then they all need a piston like so. The on and off lever can be here. I'm going to then get redstone to go behind. I've only got 2 stacks, so I think if I flick that, the redstone's going to go on. Yep. I don't want it to be on just yet, though. Just like that, I've run out of redstone. So close. You think I have to go all the way back to my chest room? No, 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 because there's redstone there. I've just got to work out how I'm going to get it. Fortune pickaxe must be the answer. I also have one in my inventory. Well, let's start by mining that up. Get it. Then we can get all of these little pieces and finish the trail. And in theory, assuming I've done all the redstone correctly, every single one should start firing. Oh, wait, I forgot to do the middle ones. Alright, they're kind of important. But all of the ones that I've wired in work perfectly. It's a miracle. I feel like an actual electrician as I do this, because I'm just basically tearing up the entire floor for my wires. Which I've been told is what they do, but honestly, don't quote me on that. I'll just concentrate on Minecraft. And this is where the glass comes in handy, because it's not going to block the line. Oh, fantastic. We can do that on both sides. Then we can carry on putting this down. Next, I flick that. Something's going wrong down here. Alright, okay, yeah, we are probably not meant to do that. I should have that like that instead. From there, there's not much else to do. I probably need to clear some inventory space, which I can very easily do. And then my task is simple. I just go down here. I need to get a load of bone meal, so let's grab, I don't know, 9 of these. Craft them all and begin filling up dispensers, which is now successfully done, meaning I can get the brown mushrooms, plant 1 on every single bit of mycelium, which I'm glad to say I have enough of to do that. I am then going to pick up these shulker boxes. I flick this lever. They should all grow. Okay, some of them are growing. Are they all going to eventually? I think all of them will eventually grow, although... Okay, something's not right here. First things first, this observer is upside down, so it instead needs to face that. Oh, not like that, but you know what I mean. It needs to face that way, which is the case for all of these. Next, I need 2 pieces of redstone dust and a block of stone. So I need to fix this bit of redstone here. 2 pieces of redstone isn't enough, is it? Is this gonna work? Oh, we just need to do some moving around. I'm sure it'll work. Should be all sorted. Even have 4 redstone to spare now. I don't even need this. Now when I flick the lever, do they all grow? They've grown. Yes, they've all grown. Fantastic. Then I can go up here and place down a shulker box. This is going to have the axe in and the spare mushrooms. I'm going to use my fortune axe first. And look at this. I can just go across and mine out all of them so easy. This is now just loads and loads of mushroom ready. Okay, and you know what? Maybe it's an oversight making the wall out of that. You know, probably shouldn't have done that. But everything else is fantastic. So you can see I've got loads of brown mushrooms for this. I don't know if I need a load of brown mushrooms, but just in case, you know, for growing new ones and stuff, that's all sorted. I can put this axe to one side, and I can actually put these in the shulker box. And you know what? I've had a change of heart. I'm actually going to mine up every single one of these and see just how many brown mushrooms it gives me. Well, I think I had 6 in at the start, so it has given me About 3.5 stacks, just over that. I also want to change these so that they're not how they are right now. Instead, I want them to be like the full block on the inside. I think it'll just make a nicer doorway. I'm going to go up to my chest room to grab a stack of red mushroom blocks, just in case I need to do more wall repairs. I can go in there, and these can go right here. And there's not much more for me to do. Obviously, the stems have to go. I don't even know if the whole stem. What happens if I... Should we just see what happens if I only break the bottom one? Does it grow through them, or do you need to get rid of the entire... I bet you have to get rid of the entire thing. But there's only one way to find out. We'll grab bone meal. We go like this. Okay, oh, that was... that was like the worst one to test on. I have to do it on one where there's actually a stem above it. Take 2. And the answer is... it does not work. Next, I'll get every single one of these planted down. Start the bone meal. Just watch them all grow. Some of them take longer than others, but they all eventually do. Well, apart from you, because you've got one already above you. But yeah, now I'm starting with 0 brown mushrooms. I want to see how much it gets me. One harvest. How much are we going to get from this self-designed farm that I've done? Every single one is mined up. I've just got to kind of run around and grab them. And it is a grand total of... wow, okay, that is a lot. 10.5. That's actually technically all of the ones that I needed. I didn't expect it to be that good. The farm's literally just too OP. But even so, with all that, I'm still going to use the farm a few more times and just see how much I can get. You know, when I'm finished, I could make an entire brown mushroom house. I'll never have to worry about this again, which is exactly why I wanted to build one that was so good. In fact, there's more there as well. 3 more as well. Yeah, but that's why I wanted to build one that was so good. So yeah, I'll get busy using this farm a few times, and I'll see just how many blocks I can get. I've used this farm that much that I've nearly broken my axe. 29 durability. Just gotta be careful, because I definitely don't want to have to craft a new one. Conveniently, I have all these XP bottles, so if I just put this in the offhand and throw a load of them down, yeah, that's going to repair it just enough for me to finish off these. Then I'll go down here and mine up every single stem, which has given me a decent inventory full, hasn't it? Yeah, not too bad. Pretty happy with this farm. 18 stacks. Oh, by the way, yeah, also got 4 shulker boxes. Okay, yes, I got a little carried away.